Hello my friends, welcome back to John's Kitchen. Today we'll make a delicious onion soup. But we are going to start making the bread first. I'm going to make a couple loaves of bread. I have, because the onion soup that I will make, I'm going to top it with a sliced piece of bread, top it with gruyere cheese. Okay. So the first thing we are going to be doing is making the bread. Ingredients for the baguettes. I have 25 ounces sifted flour, 22 grams sea salt, 2 cups warm water, 110 degrees Celsius, instant yeast, 15 grams, and 2 teaspoons honey. We are going to dissolve the yeast in the water and the honey in the water. The salt we are going to mix it with the flour. And then to the mix of the salt with the flour, we are going to add the mix of the water with the yeast and the honey. I'm going to dust the countertop with a little bit of flour, and then I'm going to knead the dough for about 15 minutes. The dough is supposed to be a little bit sticky, but it's not supposed to stick to your hands, it's not supposed to stick to the counter. So we are going to be added enough flour to be able to be working with it and make the loaves, okay? once I made a ball with the dough, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna brush a little bit olive oil in this container, and then I just going to rub it, the dough, I'm gonna rub it on the oil, I'm gonna let it sit in there, I'm gonna cover it with a film, plastic film, and I let it to ferment for a couple hours. While the dough for the bread is being fermenting right now, it's rising, okay? I was preparing the ingredients that I need for the onion soup. The ingredient for the onion soup, I have 6 yellow onions. I cut it in half, the onions, okay? And the rest of the ingredients I have in here. One cube of chicken bouillon, 1 cube of beef bouillon, 1/4 cup cognac, 2 tablespoons olive oil, 1 tablespoon butter, 1 bay leaf, 1/4 teaspoon ground black pepper, 1 garlic clove, 1 minced garlic clove, 1 tablespoon fresh thyme leaves. The first thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be cutting these onions. I'm going to be cutting it in julienne. I have this pan here. I'm going to heat it up the olive oil, and then I will caramelize the onions in it. I want it nice and brown, the onions. The onions have been caramelizing slowly, and it's getting to the color that I want. I want it a little bit more brown. Some people, they add sugar to it. I don't. The onion by itself has a lot of sugar in it, so it doesn't need to add sugar like some people does. Now I add in the butter, the garlic, and the thyme leaves. I'm going to saute for a few minutes, for about 10 more minutes at least. Now I will add the cognac, and I'm going to let the alcohol evaporate a little bit. Now I will be adding water. This water is boiling. I'm going to add to it. Now I will be adding the chicken bouillon, beef bouillon, ground pepper and bay leaf. And I'm going to let it cook for about 25 minutes. Once it boils, I'm going to let it simmer. Le voy a agregar el cubito de caldo de pollo, cubito de caldo de carne, la pimienta en polvo y la hoja de laurel. Voy a hacer que hierva y lo voy a dejar cocinando lentamente por unos 20 minutos. The soup is ready, and then all we need is the breast to finish cooking the bread. The dough, it has finished rising up, so now we start making the loaves of bread. I will remove the dough from this container. I'm going to disinflate it, and I'm going to divide the dough in 3 portions. Okay, so now I'm going to give a shape to the loaf. I'm going to roll it, I'm going to enlarge it, fold it, and I have this pan over here for baking bread. If you guys don't have this, you guys can use a sheet pan. Now we have the dough in the baking pan. We are going to cover it with a plastic film, plastic wrap, and we are going to let it ferment. We are going to let it rise one more time. Okay, the loaves of bread already finished rising. Now we are going to finish it. We have to cut it on top of it. We are going to make some lines. We are going to preheat the oven at 500 degrees Fahrenheit, and we are going to cook the bread. We are going to lower the temperature at 450. I will sprinkle the top with a little bit of flour. At the bottom of the oven, I put a pan with boiling water on it so it can produce some steam inside the oven. I preheated the oven at 500 degrees. I'm going to lower the temperature 450 degrees now. And I'm going to put inside the oven, I'm going to put the loaves of bread. These baguettes look so beautiful. Came out nice, are great baguettes. So here we have beautiful baguettes. Excellent. This is what we are going to be using for the onion soup. I have 2 baking dishes, especially for soup, that I'm going to be using for the onion soup. Here I have some gruyere cheese. You guys can use Swiss cheese. Same thing over here. You guys can use a slice of Swiss cheese, or you guys prefer some other kind of cheese. That's just fine. Okay, the onion soup is going to come out great, and if you use whatever the cheese you guys like it better. Okay. What I'm going to be doing now, I'm going to slice this bread. I'm going to cut it in slices. I'm going to brush with a little bit butter, and then I'm going to brown the top of the bread. I'm going to brown it over high heat. Okay. We have toasted slices of bread, or the baguettes. Now I'm going to serve the soup. I'm going to put the slices of bread on top of the soup, and on top the gruyere cheese or Swiss cheese, and Swiss cheese. Now I'm going to put the soup containers under the broiler to melt the cheese. Okay, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this session today, and I'll see you next time with another delicious dish.